Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. An absent AEW star and Britt Baker's former partner provided a heartbreaking update on her medical condition. The star also revealed how she is slowly losing hope, but is still fighting. Former AEW Women's World Champion Britt Baker's former partner, Rebel, has shared a medical update. She has been with All Elite Wrestling since 2020 and was formerly a part of a trio alongside Britt and Jamie Hayter. Rebel Tanya has not been on TV since her last televised match back in 2022. The former TNA star has been dealing with a serious medical issue, as per her update. Taking to X, Rebel revealed that she had been hospitalized a year ago and is now losing hope. However, she revealed that she would continue to fight despite the bleak situation. Former WWE Divas champion Saraya Page made her AEW in-ring debut against Britt Baker at Full Gear 2022. The anti-diva revealed that she wants to run it back with Baker in a singles match again. Speaking with Muscleman All Calm, the erstwhile Page recalled her AEW debut with Britt and teased a rematch in the future as well. Saraya departed AEW earlier this year, while Dr. Britt Baker has been absent from TV for months. Only time will tell what the future has in store for both women. The world of professional wrestling thrives on moments of triumph, comeback stories, and emotional reveals, but sometimes the most powerful narratives come from the silence. Such is the case with Britt Baker's former ally and tag team partner, who has recently resurfaced with a heartbreaking update on her status amid a prolonged AEW absence. Once one of the brightest rising stars in the company's women's division, her disappearance from television has sparked speculation, concern, and now devastation. In a somber social media post that quickly went viral among fans and peers alike, former partner's name, known for her gritty performances and undeniable chemistry with Britt Baker, penned an emotional message that confirmed the worst fears many had been whispering. Her future in AEW is more uncertain than ever. "I'm losing hope," she wrote, her words raw with vulnerability. "There was a time when I thought I'd be back in the ring by now. I thought I'd feel like myself again. But every day away from that world, away from the fans, away from Britt, it just gets harder to believe I'll make it back." The post triggered an outpouring of support, not only from fans but from a slew of AEW talent who have worked with her throughout the years. Names like Toni Storm, Ruby Soho, and even longtime rival Thunder Rosa responded with heartfelt messages, encouraging her to stay strong and reminding her that the AEW locker room still stands with her. But behind the sympathy lies a more sobering truth. The wrestling world moves fast, and for someone who was once a key piece in Britt Baker's meteoric rise, being out of sight has meant being out of storyline. While Baker has continued to evolve as a solo act, even weathering her own hiatus and eventual return, the absence of her former partner has left a noticeable void. From TAG Team Gold to Forgotten and CJPR. Their partnership began with sparks. Not only did they complement each other in the ring, but their dynamic outside it. Britt's arrogance, balanced by her partner's grounded determination, created one of the most organically compelling duos AEW had seen. Together, they didn't just chase wins, they reshaped the women's tag scene in AEW, even if unofficially. Then came the injury. It was during a house show in early 2023, an awkward landing, a grimace of pain, and a sudden hush over the crowd. While AEW never officially confirmed the nature of her injury, backstage reports at the time indicated a severe ACL tear, potentially coupled with complications that extended recovery beyond the typical 9 to 12 months. She was never just another wrestler, one backstage producer said anonymously. She had it, that presence you can't teach. And when she was in Britt's corner, it elevated the whole act. You take her out, and suddenly things feel less electric. Britt Baker or case her at silence. Until now, Baker herself had stayed relatively quiet about her former partner's status, choosing instead to focus on her own battles, most notably with the Outcasts, Jamie Hayter's betrayal, and her quest to reclaim gold. But after the emotional post gained traction, Baker finally broke her silence in a backstage interview following AEW Dynamite. "This business is cruel," she began, her tone uncharacteristically subdued. "You can be riding high one week and gone the next. But let me be clear about one thing. Partner's name isn't forgotten. Not by me. Not by the fans. And if I have to raise hell to make sure she gets the return she deserves, then that's exactly what I'll do." Her words sent a ripple through the AEW universe, raising hopes that the company might be preparing to reintroduce her former tag partner in some capacity, even if not inside the ring. But according to insiders, things behind the scenes are far more complicated. The CONTNORCTCO New Indurum. One source close to the situation revealed that the wrestler's AEW contract is reportedly set to expire within the next few months. While there had initially been plans to offer an extension contingent on her recovery, those discussions have cooled in recent months due to budget cuts and a renewed focus on international expansion. EU's attention is split right now, the source explained. They're juggling the New Japan partnership, trying to elevate Collision and ramping up for All in 2025. And unfortunately, that means certain talent who aren't on-screen are being deprioritized. That revelation has only added to the urgency surrounding her statement. "I'm not looking for pity," she added in a follow-up post. "I'm just trying to stay honest with myself and the fans. I don't know if there's a place for me anymore." Is WWE and OPTI on? Naturally, rumors have begun swirling about a possible jump to WWE. As one of the most skilled mic workers in AEW's women's division, her talents have not gone unnoticed. According to a recent report by Fightful Select, WWE did have informal talks with her representatives last year, though those conversations never materialized due to her injury status. But with the company's new regime under Triple H reportedly seeking to bolster its women's roster, especially for NXT Europe and possible main roster shakeups, a fully recovered and rebranded version of Britt Baker's former partner could be an intriguing asset. "She's the kind of underdog story WWE loves," one wrestling analyst said. "If AEW doesn't see her value, someone else absolutely will." Still, those close to her say she remains loyal to AEW, at least for now. A storm on the horizon. In a twist that could either be coincidental or deeply strategic, Britt Baker was recently seen in a backstage segment during AEW Rampage glancing at a photo of her and her old partner taped to a locker. The moment lasted no more than 2 seconds, but in wrestling, even 2 seconds can spark wild theories. Some fans believe AEW might be planting seeds for a dramatic return angle. Perhaps Britt will find herself cornered by the Outcasts once again, and just when all seems lost, her former ally emerges from the shadows, limping down the ramp, eyes blazing with revenge. But for now, that's all fantasy. Real pain, real struggles. What's not a fantasy is the very real pain behind the words, "I'm losing hope." It's a reminder that professional wrestling, for all its scripted chaos and storyline shocks, is built on the backs of real people with real struggles. Injuries, mental health battles, and the fear of being forgotten are not just backstage drama. They're everyday realities for performers. "It's the silence that kills you," she said in a recent podcast appearance. "Not knowing if they're still thinking about you, still rooting for you, still planning for your return. You can't wrestle shadows." And yet, the fans haven't forgotten. Within hours of her post, the hashtag #BringHerBackEU trended across X, formerly Twitter, with hundreds of fans sharing clips of her best moments, fan art, and signs they brought to past shows. AEW may be in a transitional period, but one thing is clear: the wrestling community still believes. At HVPDFUL to West. Late last night, Britt Baker posted a cryptic tweet of her own, a simple heart emoji next to a flame. Fans were quick to interpret it as a message of solidarity, a subtle but strong "I still have your back" signal to her longtime partner. Whether that flame leads to a new chapter or simply burns out remains to be seen. But for now, the wrestling world waits, holding its breath, hoping that the next time the arena lights dim and the music hits, It won't just be for Britt Baker, but for the return of one of AEW's most missed warriors. Because hope, even when it flickers, is never truly gone. And in the words of one of her biggest supporters, we haven't seen the last of her, not by a long shot. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.